Most people's prompting peak the day they learned to type act as. It works sort of for casual tasks. But if you want to use these models seriously as an engineer or a product manager, you need a real structure underneath. That's what this episode is about. Quick foundation first. The large language model works by predicting what text should come next, given everything you put in front of it, so the quality of what you put in front of it determines the quality of what comes out. Prompting isn't magic. It's the discipline of giving the model exactly enough context to do the job really well. Here's a structure I use, and the most people working in production converge on. 5 parts: role, task, context, constraints, and examples. Role is who the model is being in this conversation, not act as a world-class expert, which is nice, something specific. Yeah, reviewing this contract as a startup lawyer who flag risks for non-legal founders. That kind of role tells the model what to pay attention to and what to ignore. Task is what you actually want done. Stated as concretely as possible, not help me with this email. Instead, rewrite this email to be 30% shorter while keeping the apology in the first sentence. A vague task gets a vague answer. A specific task gets a specific answer every time. Context is the material the model needs to do the task. The document, the data, the background, the prior decisions. This is the single biggest lever most people underuse. If the model doesn't know something, it will guess. So give it what it needs. Paste the doc, include the constraints, tell it what you have already tried. Constraints are the guardrails: length, format, tone, what to avoid. Reply in 3 bullet points. Don't use the word leverage. Match the tone of the example below. Constraints are how you stop getting generic AI slop and start getting output that fits your situation. Examples are the highest leverage part of all of this, and the part most people skip. If you can show the model 1 or 2 examples of the outputs you want, it will match them more closely than any amount of description you could ever give. This is sometimes called future prompting. It works because the model is fundamentally a pattern matcher. Show it the pattern, it follows the pattern. Let me show you the difference. Here's a prompt I see all the time. Write a LinkedIn post about our new feature. Watch what comes back. Generic, hollow, 3 emojis, the word excited somewhere in the first sentence. Now watch what happens when I give the same model role, task, context, constraints, and 1 example. Same model, same feature, completely different output. The structure isn't fancy, it is just complete. A few practical notes worth carrying forward. Write prompts the way you'd brief a sharp new hire. If you wouldn't expect a human to do the task with the information you've given, the model can't either. The model is fast and well read, but is not psychic. Iterate. Your first prompt is rarely your best one. Look at the output, notice what's wrong, and add the missing piece to the prompt. After 3 or 4 rounds, you'll have something you can reuse. Save the prompts that work. Treat them like code. The good ones becomes assets you reach for again and again. I keep a prompt repository. Most serious builders do. One last thing. Prompting is a skill with a real ceiling, but the ceiling is higher than people think. The gap between a mediocre prompter and a strong one is roughly the gap between a junior engineer and a senior one. It's not about clever phrasing, it's about clarity, context, and knowing what to leave out.